But Nietzsche is almost pulling the rug from beneath his own feet by saying, this is just another perspective, take it or leave it. And you just made this very excellent point that, maybe Nietzsche's turning this potential weakness into a strength. I was an undergraduate here myself, so part of the reason why I enjoy teaching, why I want to teach, why I really get a lot out of it, is that I want to give back some of that, what I have received in that face-to-face supervision-style teaching that I had here. I'm hugely grateful for that, and I had a number of very charismatic teachers back then at Queen's College and in history who inspired me, and so what I'm doing here and now is part of an attempt to give something back. So my name is Martin Ruehl. I'm a senior lecturer in the Department of German and Dutch in the Faculty of Modern Medieval Languages. I started here in Cambridge in '99 as a postdoc in history, and my first teaching job actually was in history as an assistant lecturer. I have certain perspectives on German history that I want to get across. I want to make my young students, my undergraduate students, really think differently about the trajectories of German history. There's still a rather teleological way of looking at German history, the history of German philosophy in particular, sort of from Luther to Hitler, from Kant to Hitler, from Fichte to Hitler, from the Romantics to Hitler, and so on. And I want them to question some of those teleologies, some of those trajectories, right? It's never that straightforward. And really make them more interculturally aware, interculturally sensitive. And it's great, it's a real pleasure to be able to discuss with them the works, the ideas of Nietzsche in the original language, or the ideas of Immanuel Kant in the original German, and to often learn something from them, because I'm also really finding out new things about when they read Was ist Aufklärung, Kant's text from 1784. They'll see things in there that I didn't see. You know, that text will speak to them in ways that I don't really see there. So the students that I teach come to Cambridge as undergrads already with a very broad knowledge of the literature, culture, and the society of the country that I work on, Germany. So that's very impressive. So in supervisions and in modern languages, they're usually 1 on 2. There's really a genuine discussion. They have something to say, they have ideas. Okay, let's look at this one here. Paris und zurück. The war enthusiasm in July, August 1914. Is this a myth that the German people en masse were enthusiastic, euphoric to go to war? Or is this the truth?
I think, yeah, it is quite truthful in a way, just because even the SPDs backed the government. Whether they also lied to, so they were told it was a defensive war rather than.
Good, that's an important aspect.
Expansionist one. So.
Yeah. I think the trick is always to find something with a personal relation to your own work, something that's growing out of your own research, or something that is actually almost privately relevant. So when I teach Nietzsche, I give my students a copy of Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche's major work. This is a copy that was owned originally by my father's father, so my paternal grandfather, and that he had with him during World War I, and that my father then himself had in his tornister, in his backpack, during World War II, and I make them look at the underlinings that these 2 generations of rules made. It's very interesting to see how they read, which bits of Zarathustra they found interesting. What my students take away from this really is how these texts, how these philosophical ideas came to have a political impact, how they really shaped the ways generations of Germans were thinking about society, culture, perhaps also what they were doing in the world. And that certainly gets them interested, yeah.
Dear world, yours